Greetings, it's Jan aka Janston Pickle coming back to you with another video, and today we're going to be doing an unboxing and initial thoughts of the Dayan Tengyun 3x3 magnetic, the version 1, the Dayan Tengyun 2x2 and the QiYi Clock. Let's get into it. Okay, so let's start with the Dayan Tengyun 3x3 magnetic. So this is the version 1 of the Dayan Tengyun. Comes in this rather nice looking box, which basically has a lovely little window so you can see the puzzle through it. So it lifts up from the front. Okay, so what do we get? So you get the cube itself, a little accessories box. Let's have a look and see what's in here. Okay, so we have 2 sets of spare springs. My guess is that one of these is probably slightly different tensions. In fact, actually, I think as you look at the springs, the one is actually slightly longer than you can see that from the picture, but the one is ever so slightly longer than the other. So I'm guessing that they are slightly different tensions. One stiffer than the other. A solution guide, which is always handy. Set those to the side. Now I've seen some reviews of the Tengyun V1 that seem to suggest that it comes drenched in lube from the factory. So if that's the case, I may well need to grab a towel and give it a bit of a wipe down. So let's have a quick look, let's get into it. Here we go. Okay. Now I'm very pleased to say that it is not drenched in lube, which means that they've made some modifications since those review videos were made. Not forgetting that this puzzle is actually it's not new, it's a couple of years old now, and they've had a V2 of this out since this was released. Okay, so let's get into some first turns then. Okay. Quite sandy out the box, as you tend to find with new puzzles. Obviously, that will go away with some lube, which is great, and also some setup. Stock tensions, it's quite loose. The magnets are very light. That is one thing I will say about this. So that is another thing that I was forewarned of with this puzzle. Much like my main, which is the WRM 2020, the stock magnets are very, very light, but I've actually added extra magnets into this, and now for me it's the perfect magnet strength, which is great. I actually have some spare magnets, so there is a chance that I may actually add some more magnets into the edge pieces. So let's take an edge piece out and have a quick look. Oh, that's an unusual design. There is actually quite a lot of lube in between the pieces. It's not come out onto the external of the puzzle, which is good. So you kind of have this anti-pop design, which is unusual. You can see the magnets just in the side there. I wonder how easy it will be to take a cap off and see how simple it would be to be able to install some additional magnets. Do you know what? Let's not do that now. Let's reassemble. Okay. Yeah. I'm not quite sure how I feel about it out of the box, but it's very light turning. Tensions are quite loose, but I like tensions quite loose. It seems pretty quick, but the chances are I would probably slow it down with something like Martian, which slows it down a little bit. It's not the fastest lube that Speed Cube Shop do. Not quite as quick as Luna, but Martian kind of pulls it back a little bit. But yeah, chances are I'll probably do my usual setup that I did with 3x3s, which is angstrom, so gravitas between the tracks of the pieces, dignitas between the pieces themselves, and then maybe either some D&M 37 or maybe some Martian in between the pieces just to give it that fresh burst of speed. But yeah, so that is the Dayan Tengyun V1. Let's have a very, very quick look at corner cutting. Oh, easily does 45 degrees. We'll probably do a fraction more than that actually. And let's have a look at reverse. So reverse won't quite do a full piece, but that's pretty good. It's fairly standard these days, to be honest, for a 3x3. Yeah, so I'm not sure whether this would necessarily take over from my WRM 2020, but this was recommended to me by a good friend of mine, Marcel, one of my fellow members of the Senior Cubers Worldwide group on Facebook. So a great shout out to them, and thank you for the recommendation, Marcel. He uses this as his main. He's got many other cubes, and he prefers this one. Really loves it out of the box. Hasn't really changed it much, and really swears by it. So it was a fascination thing that I wanted to give it a try, and so there it is. So this is dedicated to you, Marcel. Thank you for the recommendation. We'll have a play around with it and see what I can do. Okay, so moving on, let's have a quick look at the Tengyun 2x2. Now, I'm quite interested with the Tengyun 2x2 because my current 2x2 main is the Volk 2, and I liked it initially, but I never had another 2x2 to compare it with. And since getting the Meilong M and also the QiYi MS 2x2 for my kids, I actually really like the Meilong M 2x2 slightly more than the Volk. So if I just grab the Volk 2, this is good, but it's quite heavy is the thing that I find with the Volk. But let's give the Tengyun 2x2 a shot. So first of all, let's have a quick look in the accessories pamphlet. So much like the 3x3, you get 2 sets of spare springs. So let's pop those. You also get what looks like a solution guide. Yep, 2x2 solution guide. So let's just set that aside for a moment and get into the wrapping of the 2x2. Okay. So a lot of people use the Tengyun 2x2 as their main. So again, the texture is kind of a bit more of a matte finish. But again, like I said, that doesn't really bother me too much. So let's get into some first turns. It's very light turning, and also very light in terms of actual weight. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Now, I can mix it up and do a quick solve, but you'll have to forgive me. I am not any kind of aficionado when it comes to 2x2, so we'll have a look anyway. Let's have a look. What have we got? See, told you, I don't do 2x2 very often. But I'm hoping that that's going to change now that I've got this. But yeah, the turning's really light. The the puzzle itself is certainly a lot lighter in comparison with the Volk 2. It's also ever so slightly smaller. If I try and hold the two side by side, you'll see that there is probably a millimetre in between. I don't know the exact sizes of these puzzles, but yeah, I like that. I will spend some time setting this up, and I'll probably do a full review of each of these puzzles as a separate video, but this is just really a kind of an unboxing and a first look and initial thoughts really. But yeah, I can see that this is likely to become my main 2x2, and hopefully I will spend some more time practicing it and getting a little bit quicker. So that is the Dayan Tengyun 2x2. At this point, I just want to give a big thanks to KewbzUK for super fast delivery and, as always, absolutely exceptional customer care. So hi to Luke and Holly, and also to all of my friends on the QiYi Discord channel as well. So the obligatory cube stand, which comes with all QiYi orders, is always welcome. And then finally, we have the QiYi Clock. So I've been really looking forward to this. Now, I wouldn't say that I'm any kind of clock aficionado, but I have now got 3 magic clocks. I bought the QiYi clock a couple of months ago, which is essentially a modified Lingao. Patrick does an incredible job, I have to say, of that clock. It is very, very good. I then bought the Ciao clock, which for my daughter. That took some setup. It definitely needed some lubrication. It needed the screws on the inner casing loosening off just to make it turnable. But I hear absolutely outstanding reviews on the QiYi clock. Basically, people say that it is, without a doubt, the best that you can buy, the best thing on the market. So, okay, let's have a quick look then. So you get this lovely little stand that you can stand it up on, and the puzzle itself, let's just set that aside for a second whilst we just have a quick look at the other things that we've got in the box here. We have a solution guide which looks to be in Chinese, and there we go in English. Fabulous, excellent. I'm not very quick at solving a clock. I will do a very, very quick solve, or a very slow solve, should I say. But just a bit of a disclaimer there. So some collector cards, some arty shots. So let's get that stuff back in the box, and let's concentrate on the puzzle itself. So this puzzle features over, I think, 200 magnets. So as well as having internal magnets inside the pins, which go up and down very, very easily. They're very, very light, but they do snap into place really well, and they're not going to move, basically, so you're not going to accidentally catch them. But also, behind each of the dots on the dials is also magnets as well. So that's what kind of holds the face in place as you turn it. So I'm going to pull all the pins up and then just do some... Well, that is super light. That is absolutely super light. Wow. I mean, if you compare that to how the Ciao is out of the box, that's insane. Wow. You can do a full 12 o'clock spin. That is incredible. So in that case, if we just... Wow. Yeah, this is insanely good. Okay, well, it would be remiss not to do a solve. So let's have a quick look. And let's see if we can scramble this bad boy up. So there we go. Let's see if I can get this in the center of the shot. And let's do some inspection. Now, like I said, this is not going to be quick because I'm not very fast at doing clock, but it is an event that I enjoy. It's very, very, very vastly different to something like 3x3. So let's give this a go then. So what have we got? And then So yeah, 48 seconds is not the quickest, but I can see myself getting much more into the event because I've got this now, because it is such an absolute pleasure to use, and now I see why people rave on about this now and why it's had so many really positive reviews. It really is absolutely outstanding. So yeah, I can really see myself getting into this event a lot more really, and doing a lot more practice on it, especially with such a good puzzle, a good version of it. So yeah, so that is the QiYi Clock. So that has been an unboxing of the Dayan Tengyun V1 3x3, the Dayan Tengyun 2x2, and the QiYi Clock. As ever, thank you ever so much for watching. Hit like and subscribe if you like what you see. Please feel free to comment in the description if you would like to see more videos like this. Don't forget to hit that important bell icon to be notified of videos as they come out. For now, ciao.